Manga-Waido.
I'm Joji Tainaka. My father started his company many years ago. He wanted me to take over as CEO someday, but I wasn't very good at my job. I had a language barrier problem. When I was a kid, I grew up in my mom's home country, the US. After coming back to Japan, my parents put me in an international school. All my friends were from abroad. I barely used any Japanese. Naturally, my Japanese skills were really low. When my dad realized how horrible my Japanese was, he knew he had to do something, fast. So he pulled me out of the international school and told me to go to a normal Japanese high school. But I got rejected from most of them. After months of trying, I finally got in. But it was one of the worst schools in the area. But I studied like crazy and graduated at the top of my class. Then I got into a good college and worked my ass off for 4 years. Then, after graduation, I started working at my dad's company. My last name was pretty rare, so they knew I was the CEO's son right away. They expected great things from me. But soon enough, they found out how useless I was. My Japanese still sucked compared to my colleagues. I was really bad at reading between the lines. Sometimes, Japanese people said things just to be polite, but I took things literally. And sometimes, this got me into trouble. Soon my colleagues started calling me the useless son of the CEO. But being the CEO's son still came with its perks. The women at the office were all over me. But I wasn't good with women either. What do you want to eat?
Whatever you want to eat is fine.
Huh? But you're the one that asked me out. I always ruined the mood by saying things like that. And when it came time to pay the tab, wait, you're the one that asked me out? You're gonna make me pay for everything? When I said that, the girl threw a $10 bill in my face and ran off. What was I doing wrong? My dad told me I was an idiot. But I had no idea how to talk to women. And they were all after my money anyways. But then, I met someone. Her name was Yukie Enami. One day during lunch, as I was heading out to grab something to eat, she handed me a lunchbox. This looks amazing.
Glad you like it. Can I eat with you?
Of course. Wow, this chicken is delicious.
That's my specialty. Want me to make it for you again?
Really? I'd love that. I liked her right off the bat. A few days later, I bought her dinner to thank her for the lunch. I took her to my favorite restaurant. She said she had a great time. Then, after the dinner was over, she handed me an envelope with a $50 bill inside it. I tried to give it back to her, but then...
Keep it. I had a great time today, so... If you know any other restaurants, please let me know.
She had such a cute smile, and she was so considerate. I really liked her. We started spending more time together. I really enjoyed spending time with her. She was a lot of fun. She helped me out at the office as well. When I couldn't understand something, she explained everything to me in a way I could understand. Thanks to her, I was getting better at my job. I couldn't stop thinking about her. We started going out. Then, about a year later, she told me she was pregnant. I knew she wasn't after my money, so I proposed to her. When I told my dad, "I'm so happy for you, son! I thought you'd be single for the rest of your life!" He was really happy for me. My mom started crying for joy. But then, right after we got married, something happened. Yukie quit her job when we got married. But then when she saw my payslip...
What? You only make this much?
Huh? What do you mean? It's pretty average, I think.
But you're the CEO's son.
So? I don't think that matters. My dad didn't give me any special treatment. In fact, he was extra hard on me. And I thought that was the right thing to do too. But this came as a surprise to her. She was giving birth in 7 months, so I guess she was a bit worried about money. That's understandable. I worked longer hours and got a second job delivering food on the weekends to make more money. She seemed relieved. She even thanked me. But then, about a month later, the unexpected happened. One day I said to her, "We should start thinking about names for our kid." But then...
Sorry, I was lying about being pregnant.
What? I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
What's the big deal?
Seriously? Is this some kind of joke? I told her to explain herself. I asked her why she lied about being pregnant.
I'm sorry, I just really wanted to marry you.
But...
Please don't get mad. I still love you. And if you want kids, we could still do that.
Then she started crying. I didn't know what to say. To be fair, I didn't marry her because she was pregnant, but still, I was really looking forward to it, so I was shocked. My parents were really excited too. What am I supposed to tell them now? A few days later, my mom sent me a box full of baby's clothes. Talk about bad timing. Then...
Ugh, look at these. She has terrible taste.
Yukie started complaining. Then she said, whatever, we can just sell it online. Hold on. Why don't we just hold on to it?
No way, we don't have that much space. These are lame anyways.
But when we have kids, we'll need them.
About that, the thing is, I kinda don't like kids. They're kind of expensive.
Huh?
But if you get me pregnant, I'll have the baby.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Was she being serious? So she was after my money. She was no different from the others. Then she said to me,
But I'm not getting a divorce, so don't even think about it.
I didn't even know what to say to her anymore.
Ugh, stop looking at me like that. Relax.
She laughed at my face and walked out of the room. She never liked me to begin with. I knew I had to end it with her. I wanted a divorce, but it's not like she cheated on me, so it wasn't going to be that easy. I was devastated. I started messing up at work again. They were thinking about giving me a promotion, but that went out the window. I stopped working as a delivery boy on the weekends. I didn't feel like doing anything anymore. But then, Yukie said,
Go make more money. This isn't enough. You were the CEO's son, so I thought I'd be set if I married you, but I guess I was wrong. Damn it.
She yelled at me. Then, she started calling me during work.
Grab some Sundays on your way home. Oh, and I'm gonna go on a vacation with a friend. Do things around the house for me, okay? We're gonna send the bill to your father. Talk to him for me, okay?
She treated me like crap. Long time no talk. Everything okay? You've been acting weird lately. A few minutes later, I got a call from my dad. I decided to tell her everything. But Yukie played the good girl in front of my parents, so at first he didn't fully believe me. So I decided to get some proof. I'm gonna get her for this! The next morning, I left a note on her bed and headed off to work. The note said, if we can't have kids, I want a divorce. I'm gonna sue you for marriage fraud, and all the money you spent on jewelry and clothes, I want it all back. Around 10 a.m., she called me.
What the hell is this? I'm not divorcing you. I am this close to becoming the CEO's wife. And kids? No way! I don't want your child. You're useless. And my friend told me you've been messing up a lot at work. Step it up.
She flipped out, but then, this is awful. Someone else was on the line.
Who's that?
You don't recognize my voice? I'm his father. This morning, I went through her phone and registered my dad's number under my name.
What? I didn't mean any of that. We were just fighting and...
Look, just stop. But you're right about one thing. My son, he's useless.
Yeah, I know, right?
But he's the only heir I got. Wait, I know. Why don't you come work for me again? You can be my secretary.
Huh?
You two aren't going to have kids, right? That's fine and all. But you must have a lot of free time on your hands then.
I guess.
Work as my secretary. Then when the time comes, you can help out my son. Then he told her that he was thinking about expanding his business abroad. He told her he was having this big kickoff party next month with his business partners from all over the world. Look, you're brilliant. I need someone like you working by my side. And I'd like to introduce you to my business partners at the party, if you don't mind.
That would be great. I majored in English literature in college, so you can count on me.
How's that gonna help? Whatever. Then my father told her to get ready for the party. She started going to beauty salons to prepare for the party. Then one day, she said to me,
I guess your little plan didn't work. Nice try. And now I got a job as the CEO's secretary. Too bad.
Laugh all you want. I'll get the last laugh here. The day of the party, I said to Yukie, My dad, his English isn't that good. Can you be his interpreter? You majored in English literature, right? Then I introduced her to one of my dad's business partners. She froze up. She didn't know what to do, but I didn't care. I left her there and walked away. My dad was fluent in English, but he pretended like he had no idea what was going on. Yukie? What did he say? Yukie didn't know what to do.
He's got this accent. I can't really understand him.
Really? But what accent? He speaks perfect English. I thought you were fluent. Did you lie to me? Dad, stop it! She's about to cry. I tried really hard not to laugh. Yukie couldn't take it anymore and ran out of the room.
How dare you! You embarrassed me in front of everyone!
When I got home, she started yelling at me. But you're the one that said you were fluent. You majored in English literature, right?
Shut up! I just forgot some words, that's all!
But you had a month to prepare for this. Maybe you should have went to one of those English schools to refresh your memory.
Shut up! Why didn't you help me, huh?
But then, my father walked in.
Huh? What are you doing here?
When I got married, my wife yelled at me all the time too. But she was just trying to motivate me. But you're awful. I guess everything my son told me was true.
Hold on, it's not like that!
And you're not even fluent in English. I can't hire you as my secretary.
But I'll start getting lessons. I'll get better.
I don't know. You studied English for 4 years in college, right? You had your chance. And you tricked my son into marrying you. That's marriage fraud. That's a crime, you know. We can't have people like that in our family.
No! No!
Just give it up. Sign the divorce papers, okay? I left the divorce papers with her and walked out of the house. She got fired the next day. She stayed in her room for a while after that. But then, my dad put the house up for sale. She had no choice but to move out and go live with her parents. She was still trying to fight the divorce. But after I showed her all the evidence I had against her, she finally gave up and signed the papers. I still sued her for damages though. She said she was entitled to half of my money. But the thing is, she spent almost every dime, so I had nothing to give to her. Oh, and when she locked herself into her room, she broke some of my furniture. So I sued her for that too. She had nothing now. She had to ask her parents for money in order to pay me. They were furious. A few months later, her parents kicked her out of the house. Not sure where she went after that, but not my problem. I was still upset about everything that happened, but I knew I had to move on. So I decided to focus on work. My dad wants me to be the CEO someday. So gotta make him proud!